In this video, we are going to be going over one of the more controversial designs of the Star League and Succession War eras. The mech in question is the Assassin. A medium mech weighing in at 40 tons, this Battlemech is one of the armed forces of the Federated Sun's more prominent medium mechs, and over time would be adopted in several other forces through either capturing them or gaining rights to produce them on an on-contract basis. Designed originally for the SLDF as an alternative to the Wasp and Stinger light mechs, the Assassin filled an awkward niche. It was superior to the two designs, being both faster and more maneuverable, as well as being equipped with the same, or slightly more, firepower. This made the Assassin on paper the winner of any future contracts, until they factored in cost. The Assassin weighed twice as much, and cost twice as much, and would cost more to ship and maintain. So while it was superior to these two 20-ton mechs, it was simply uneconomical to produce it for the role it was designed for. It was purchased by the League in small quantities and seemed to prove itself for apparently having decent firepower and speed as well as armor. The situation in the Inner Sphere, however, would change. With the collapse of the Star League, the Assassin's fortunes would improve, as many mech designs were lost in the decline and collapse of the League, and during the first two Succession Wars. Maltrex Corporation could continue to produce the mech, though now for House Davion, as mentioned prior. It would fight across all the Succession Wars, and have the misfortune of being deployed against the technologically superior clan forces. The mech itself seemed to be a bit of a mixed bag, and I personally, as the author of this, feel the need to dispute some of this narrative. The Assassin is a 40-ton mech, which is armed like a 20-ton mech during the Succession Wars, and is plentifully outgunned by the humble 25-ton Commando. While it is indeed better than the Wasp or Stinger, one must ask why they want a 40-ton Wasp or Stinger for twice the price, just as the Star League seemed to ask in the lore. It does not have decent firepower or armor, as it is barely more armored than a 20-ton Locust. In fact, it is undergunned in its primary range bracket by the 30-ton Spider, and it is slower than the Spider as well. The best quality of the Assassin is its raw speed and maneuverability, which it does not have a monopoly on even. It seems fantastical that any report would describe this mech as being well-armored or well-armed, but I digress. The baseline model of the Star League era and Succession Wars, the ASN-21, has a 280 VOX engine, weighing in at 16 tons, and gives the Assassin a top speed of 118 kilometers per hour, which is 11 hexes on the tabletop. It also has the capacity to jump 210 meters in a single bound, otherwise known as 7 hexes in the tabletop. For weaponry, it is armed with 5 long-range missile tubes, 2 short-range missile tubes, and a medium laser. Its heat management capabilities are stock, with it possessing a total of 10 heat sinks. Finally, the ASN-21 has 4.5 tons of standard armor in this configuration. The Assassin would see limited numbers of upgrades over the years, first coming in 3050 with the ASN-23, which removed its SRM tubes in favor of upgrading the medium laser to a medium pulse laser and adding Artemis 4 to the LRM-5 tube missile launcher. This design adds more or less little value to the Assassin to make it functionally better, and serves in the same role as prior, only with 2 less missiles and more accuracy with its remaining weapons packages. The most modernized package for the design, the Assassin 99, which is produced by Hellespont Mechworks, incorporates an XL engine and is equipped with a light PPC and 2 SRM-2s. It also has stealth armor and a sword. This is likely the best variant of the Assassin in any time period. However, this was not in production until after the clan invasion and after the Fedcom Civil War. In conclusion, the biggest weakness of the Assassin is the premise of its design, and the execution of that design. an undergunned, overcosted recon mech, which would eventually be given the role of hunting down and eliminating mechs which are much cheaper than itself, and unfortunately have similar capabilities, and may be able to overtake it despite its weight advantage. There are very few mechs which are truly redundant or without purpose in Battletech. While the assassin doesn't necessarily fall into this camp, it does come close. Even with a skilled Mechwarrior, the C-bills and time put into building and maintaining this weapon would be likely better off being put somewhere or really anywhere else. Thank you for joining me here today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. With that, I will catch you in the comments section below.